Hey everybody, happy new year and welcome to our first AMSE Live of 2023. I can't even believe that I'm typing that in all of my emails with my dates. How many of you have already messed up and put 2022? Raising my hand several times, but everybody on the receiving end seems to know that I mean 2023, so I think we're all on the same page. I remember when I used to write checks after the new year, it would just, so many checks had the wrong year on them. But I am so excited to be hopping on with you guys. We have so much to talk about today. This is going to be a longer live than normal, so bear with me. If you can just tune in later and catch up, there's a lot of really good stuff that we're going to be talking about today. And I really wanted to start off with first, if you're new around here, I am Moni. I'm the CEO and founder of the Association of Military Spouse Entrepreneurs. And it is my great pleasure and honor to come every single month and share everything that's happening in our organization and ways that can benefit you as a military spouse, small business owners, partners to learn more about what we're doing, and those that are allies and supporters to figure out how they can share our resource with their community, because everybody knows a military spouse, right? So I wanted to kind of kick off. I have been noticing a lot online, everybody sharing their word of the year. And I've done that in the past, and I've also seen resolutions. And if you're doing those, kudos to you. You're amazing that you can stick with a resolution and a word of the year, because I am kind of like all over the place. And I cannot just focus on one thing, especially like a word or like, if I do a resolution and I don't complete it, I always feel really bad about it. So for example, we're just going to use the gym, because that seems to be a resolution everybody goes to, which is, my resolution is to, start working out 5 days a week and eating, so many calories and cutting out bread, like all these things. I feel like we just put too much pressure on ourselves as human people who are living and thriving in this world to be doing that. And I'm speaking from my side. So what I want to do this year is focus on intention. And my intention this year is to align myself with people around me who want to see me win, people around my community and the military spouses who invest time into building their business. And so we are aligning ourselves with powerful partners, powerful communities to help support us, powerful, and aligning ourselves with friends and family. So that is my focus and intention for this year specifically. And it's for everything in my life. So it has to be intentional and it has to align. So without further ado, as I speak about community and making sure that we align ourselves as an organization with community partners and community sponsors who believe in our mission to help military spouses have economic stability through helping them build their business. Today, we have a special guest. We are going to be having a guest every single month this year, and we are starting out with Marco Polo. Yes, you guys know Marco Polo. You have the app. I do my Marco Polo in the car, and it's always like sideways in the front. So I'm always like, my sorority sister's like, why do you always record? I'm like, the only time I have time to do it is when I'm in the car. So that is a place that I'm connecting with my friends. And we also use Marco Polo. We have, if you guys noticed on our thread, you will see we have our team, our AMSE team is on Marco Polo. So if you want to join our team on Marco Polo, make sure that you head over to our Slack and we'll share the link with you. So Meagan is a partner of ours now. I would say I think it's been about 2 years. When you come on, you'll have to tell me if I'm wrong, but met Meagan about 2 years ago. We started chatting on Marco Polo. I really love what they do for the military community. And she has spent her career creating spaces for people to connect. Just like the team at Marco Polo, she believes that close relationships are the key to happiness. That's why her latest efforts are focused on creating niche communities within the overall Marco Polo community, for business leaders with Marco Polo for Impact, and service members and their families with Marco Polo for the military community. So Meagan, come up and join me.
There we go. Hello. Moni, I think it has been 2 years. My goodness, time flies by.
I know we first started talking with the Milspouse Creative and like testing out a certain thing you guys were offering.
Yep.
So wow, thank you so much. I'm just so honored to still be a community partner, and just be included in what you guys are doing.
Yeah. And hey, we love AMC and the work that you do. And, I've just learned so much. We launched our military community back in June. And really hearing the stories of military members, spouses, families of PCS season and moves and being away from family, and how Marco Polo can help people feel connected. And so that's just been a total joy to get to hear these stories and know that we're really making an impact in that community. So we are giving away Marco Polo Plus, our premium offering, for free for military spouses and their families. So I'll drop a link that you can have all the bells and whistles of the 2x speed and the photo polos and all that good stuff on there. And as we kind of mentioned here, what I think is so unique is I've been seeing more and more business owners, coaches, entrepreneurs using Marco Polo with their clients, with their teams, to get education out, because we don't have, algorithms or different things like that. You're able to reach your people directly. And I think that's huge right now. And authenticity, we think of words and the things for 2023. I think that's really a big one. And so I also have our Marco Polo for Impact community, where I do different events on how different people are using Marco Polo groups or Sharecast. So another resource to check out as well.
I love that. And you're right. Especially like here at AMC, a lot of our marketing is going to be more focused on not as much on social because of the algorithms, like you said, and just being bogged down with all the ads. We're really trying to make a deeper connection. And so if you're on our email list and if you guys are part of our community, you're going to see more of our community efforts. And I love that you guys are doing that and you're sticking with it. That's something that I noticed too, like since we have been partners, you guys have been consistent. You have not done ads. You're like, I'm sure you guys have had offers, you know what I mean? And you're like, no, we're going to stay true to who we are, and we're going to figure out how to make this business work and thrive in a way that people really appreciate what we're doing. And the world is just flooded with so much ads all the time. So I really love it. And I think it's a great way for us here at AMSE to connect with each other, because all of our team members are across the world. Like we have team members in Korea, we have team members in Rome, so they can pop in and share their amazing coffee from a coffee shop in Rome, or talk about an issue that they're having, or if they're snowed in and they have these crazy things that happen around the world with weather. We're always like, are you doing okay? Like if we know a spouse is out there. So it's a really great way to connect. So I'm excited to continue to share this with our community. So if you guys haven't had a chance to pop in, please head over and download it. Connect with Meagan. She's amazing on LinkedIn. She's always on there and she responds. So yeah, I'm just so excited. Any other big things you have going on this year?
I think in general, staying true to our values, we have grown mainly through word of mouth on Marco Polo, which has been so awesome. And so I'm working on more and more partnerships. And so military partnerships are big for us. And so if there's any other, organizations outside of AMSE that you're affiliated with, that you're like, hey, we should connect on Marco Polo with this organization, I'd be happy to chat about that as well.
Absolutely. So I'll be flooding your inbox.
Yeah, that'll be great.
I mean, our entire organization is built on collaboration. I am not the know-all be-all. I just have an idea and I can connect people. And I just think that's what makes relationships so powerful. So thank you so much for being with us today. Yeah. Oh, wait, one last thing. Wait, we got your question. How can Marco Polo help the AMSE community in 2023?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is reaching people where they're at. I love, Moni, you talk about like, hey, I've got a few minutes in the car that I can pop on Marco Polo and feel, love and connection from friends or family, but also get business done in the pockets of your day. And so I think that's huge. Like we're all so busy, like finding synchronous time to meet isn't always possible. And so I think Marco Polo allows you to feel that connection in those small pockets, to feel close and reach people where they're at.
Awesome. Well, guys, you heard it from Meagan. Head over and grab your Marco Polo. Is it premium? Premium.
Yeah. Plus pass. Yep, premium.
Head over and grab it. We're dropping the links so you can access it, and feel free to email us if you have any follow-up questions. Thank you, Meagan.
Thank you. Have a great 2023, everyone. Yeah.
Wow. It is so great to start the year off with a community connector like Marco Polo. And now we are going to jump into our AMSE download, guys. So Businesses always here at AMSE, you know that we love to learn more about our members. And so here is a stat that we shared last month from an impact report of 2021. 88% of our AMSE members say that the military lifestyle affects their ability to find jobs at their experience and or education level. So this is an amazing statistic. This comes directly from our members who are part of our program that is completely free. We also want to welcome 19 new members into the community. 19. I'm so excited. We have 19 more military spouses who are taking a deeper dive into their business, setting aside time to really work on their business, the foundation, figure out their core values, their mission, get savvy with their businesses and all of those things. And in closing, as we talk about the statistics and everything here, we definitely want to talk about our 2022 impact report. So if you're on our email list, you have gotten some emails, and thank you to everybody who has already filled out the survey. This really allows us to continue our work here at AMSE, learn about more programming and the resources and the tools and the support that you need to be successful. We want to make sure that we're creating things that you are going to want to participate in and use. I say this all the time. If you follow me, you know, AMSE was built on the thought of this is something I wish I had when I started my business, my first business, virtual business in 2014. And even though it is an idea, it's really driven by the community feedback. So a lot of what we do, the partners we have, the discounts that we get, the community involvement that we have, we definitely get it because you guys tell us what you need. And I really put a lot of value on your feedback. So if you have not filled out the impact report survey, please take a minute to do so. There is nothing that you can put in there. Every comment, every improvement is taken very seriously. So I want you to head over and fill it out if you have a minute. I appreciate you so much. And please share it. Maybe somebody else in your network's an AMSE member and they have not received it yet. All right, let's move on to more news. Resources. So guys, it is with excitement that I am sharing that these resources are still available to you. I did send out an email, or I think I talked about the live last month that we weren't going to be doing AMSE action guides anymore, but that does not mean that it's not available to you. So you can still head over to our website and you can still grab these downloads. Now, the really cool thing about these downloads is it takes you through certain parts of your business for each month. There's blogs, there's action steps, there's digital downloads and prints, everything in there so you can actually work on your business, a certain part of your business, or maybe a new thing you want to implement, which is maybe podcasting in 2023. So head over and download those guides for 2023. All right, we have our lineup. So one really cool thing we do here at AMSE is we are a hybrid model. What does that mean, you ask? That means that we meet in person and online. So we have chapters and we have online meetings or events. And so today we actually have our orientation. So if you are listening and you have not been to one of our AMSE orientations, it's led by Selena and Anna, who run our entire events team. And they take you through what it means to be an AMSE member, the program, your benefits. They walk through the back end. They answer any questions that you may have. And the plus side of it is we meet on an interactive platform and you get to connect with other spouses. So it's a really cool time to set time aside to join that. So if you haven't done that yet, they're going to drop the link for you to sign up and join the orientation. We also have 2 really cool masterclasses this month. We have a masterclass on leadership from Jan. I'm not going to try to say her last name because I think I botched it twice, but she is coming on and talking all about leadership and leadership styles. We also have Meagan Allers, who's coming to talk about access to capital. And as a leader of any organization or a nonprofit or anything, you need to learn and you need to know about how to find money for your business. So it is on point, right on time for the beginning of the year to set yourself up for success. We also have virtual co-working, What the Brew, and coaching with Kat Calvo, who used to run our partnerships team here at AMSE. All right, we have, so you guys probably have been flooded lately with our emails for the Military Spouse Entrepreneur Guide. We're working on issue number 6 and 7 this year. So issue number 6 is really exciting. We're going to be working we're going to be focusing on service-based businesses. And one of the things I really love to do, and I shared this yesterday on my my LinkedIn, we really love to highlight and put shine on our military spouse small business owners. So this is Katie. She owns a company called Love and Lettering, and she is so talented, you guys. If you have a minute to head over and check out her work, order from her, she's phenomenal. And what we do is we put a call out. If anybody wants to add their photo or wants their photo to be considered, please submit them. You never know where we're going to be able to squeeze it in. So they're dropping the links now on where to submit your photos. It can also be military photos. We like action photos. Please don't send us any selfies. They will not be used unless we have something that's about selfies and it's a great selfie. But you guys, I know there's so many of you that have amazing photos of you in action doing work or your product or your service or things that you do. So please submit it over to us. Deadline for that is January 15th. So you have a few days to get them in. And then, of course, we have our ad space, which is available to you guys as members of our community. We always want to make sure that we're able to promote your community, promote your business. And the guide itself goes 80,000 printed issues across the globe on installations, and it gets in the hands of other businesses or people who may need your product or service. So don't sleep on the ad space, only $250. Make sure you head over and grab it. There is limited space available. And then we're moving on to chapters. Just join a chapter. Like, they're just amazing. Last month, we had about 5 or 6 chapter meetings. One of them was a cookie swap, which was so cool. Like, if you follow Selena or anybody that was at their event, it was hilarious. They had a great time. But these are all the chapters that we have. If you're interested in joining, head over to our website and submit your information, and a chapter leader will reach out to you. These are some of the members that had a community meetup last month. So we have Amy, who's in Alaska, and they met up at a pitch competition. And then we have Selena and Anna, who lead our Fort Hood chapter, and they had a cookie swap, which was really cool. I wish I could have been at that one. All right, so before we move on, I want to take a quick pause because some of you might not know the full history of AMSE. And so I'm going to take a minute to just kind of do a little dive since the beginning of the year. Some things are changing, and I just said that a couple minutes ago. So in 2014, I started my first virtual business, my first company, which is a PR agency called Dog Tags and Heels. And I couldn't find other military spouses who was doing what I was doing. And so I was joining Facebook groups that were for business owners and entrepreneurs. And I was joining military spouse communities that was for connecting with military spouses. But I couldn't find a community that provided me a network to ask questions, share frustration, share resources, or just share the journey of being a small business owner as a military spouse, because it is completely different than just being an entrepreneur in general. We're moving all the time. There are different things that we're going through that we have to navigate during these times. So in 2014, I started a little group called the Milspouse Creative, and it was literally just me and like 3 people. I used to have beg people to join the group, and it has completely grown and blossomed into this thriving community of, if you're not in the community, the only way I can explain it is when you join, you have just found your people. When you're in there, you see posts or comments or information, and you're like, man, I found my people. These people get me. They get my journey. They get my frustration. They get why these successes and milestones mean so much to me, and they celebrate you. And so that community has been open and on Facebook since 2014. And AMSE launched in 2019, and we had to try to kind of figure out what we're going to do. So we kind of pivoted last year, and we had Anna and Selena, who are amazing. You guys know them, and they took over the group and they did our lives just to give you guys information on there. And if you are not in that community, you're going to learn a lot about the roots of AMSE, because AMSE was started and exists because the Milspouse Creative was there to begin with. So In 2019, we launched AMSE, and a lot of the members from the Milspouse Creative came over to AMSE. So the way I like to explain it is the Milspouse Creative is a sister organization of AMSE. We are combining efforts moving forward. So these AMSE Lives will include information about what's going on in that Facebook group and how to get involved, as well as AMSE updates about our curriculum or our events and things like that that we're doing all the time. So with that said, we are going to be combining efforts, and today we're going to share with you guys, if you're not part of that group, more about the Milspouse Creative. And first, we're going to start with our community leaders. Every month, we have community leaders who take over our community once a week. I'll let the video play. Hey. This beat is awesome. I love this beat. I know her. So these are our 2023 community leaders. And one reason I began this to begin with was there was a Facebook trend at the time. And the trend was you start a group and you sell your services. And I just didn't want to be that type of community. So I figured this is a way for us to shine a light and for those that are experts in their field of work to share it with our community. So we have community leaders. They take over all week for the entire year. So you'll see them every three months or so. And they range from all kinds. We have artists, we have authors, we have marketers, we have artisans, everybody. So it's a community where they can come in, they share their information, and there's so much conversation happening. I absolutely love it. You haven't joined, make sure you join the Milspouse Creative Facebook group, which is a great networking community. And if you're in the Milspouse Creative and you're like, what is this AMSE you talk of? Hello, it is a free program for military spouse small businesses. It is not a fluffy service. Like, it is where you are going to take a deep dive. You are taking your business seriously. You are going to work on your business. You're going to do the hard work. You're going to have a place to ask questions and a place to get support. So if you're in the Milspouse Creative and haven't joined us, we will be dropping that free link for you to join us right away so you can claim your membership. You deserve a program for you by military spouses. So let's see. One of the things I love to talk about. So like I said, we were doing lives for AMSE and the Milspouse Creative. This What the Chat is something that I absolutely love inside the Milspouse Creative. This is where our members have conversations about different topics. So as you can see, we're talking about how to balance professional goals and family life. And this thread was so good. A lot of people were sharing great feedback, their frustrations, how they're not handling, trying to build a business and family life. And people are giving each other tips and support and cheering each other on. So that was amazing. Book suggestions for the new year. We always need a great list going into the year. The introduce yourself thread is a really great place for you to promote who you are, share who you are, promote your business, and connect with others just like you. And this one, military spouse VAs, that seems to be a hot topic. I absolutely love this one because a lot of spouses want to start a business, but they don't know exactly what to do. But so many of us have talents that we can use and offer them as a virtual assistant. Oh, wait. I see the back end. Sorry, guys. It is the first live of the year. Okay. All right, guys. Below me is Anna and Selena, and Selena's like looking at me and I'm looking at her. So guys, that wraps up our AMSE Live of January 2023. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, for sharing, for commenting, supporting, and just being a part of our growing community and our mission to help military spouses create economic impact by supporting them with their small business venture. See you guys next month. Bye.